It's soccer week as we talk Ponca City High School soccer on this week's edition of Coach's Corner, and we start out talking about the Pohai girls soccer team coached by Stephen Engster, the Lady Cats. Last time we talked, we're having a terrific season, a top 10 season, and Coach, how are things going with the team right now?
Well, we are in a position where we got to win tomorrow's game to make playoffs. If we do win, we come in third behind Union at first and Broken Arrow at second. We dropped the game we wanted to win versus Sapulpa, and that kind of set us back a little bit. But it's still the toughest district in the state, with 5 teams in the top 10, and it's tough. So we're trying our best, and I think they can do it.
It might be harder to make the playoffs out of your district than to win a playoff game then.
It could prove to be that way, but coming in third will probably match us up with Ovasso in the other district, which is a game we can win, but Ovasso is a good team as well, so we will see.
Okay, you're talking about a big game on Tuesday. Talk about that game for us, Coach.
Well, Santa Fe, Edmond Santa Fe, we're playing against at home, so it'll be our last home game unless we make playoffs and get a home game.
All right.
Edmond Santa Fe has a strong player. She's nationally ranked and has scored 24 goals so far, so she's top scorer and 24 goals at OK rankings, so we got to watch out for her. And other than that, I think we can lean on them pretty hard and get the win.
Is it, do you put a player to mark her, or is it a group effort against a player like that?
No, we're not going to change our game because of one player, I don't think. Not against Santa Fe anyways. Right. We're going to see if we can put a lot more pressure on their defensive end, and hopefully we can keep the ball away from the player on the top. So,
you have a lot of seniors, girls that don't want their careers to end this way, right?
Yes, absolutely. A big senior group. We have 15 seniors altogether. We got a chance to play them all last Friday. We played Del City in a 10-0 win.
Right.
They don't want to end their season tomorrow, that's for sure. And I think they have the athletic ability and the know-how of soccer that it doesn't have to end tomorrow. If they put in how they played against Broken Arrow on Friday, they will win.
How important, we know how important it is in some sports. In soccer, to you, how important is it to have your game at Sullen Stadium in a must-win situation?
Well, it's always a plus to play at home. You don't have to travel. There's no bus rides in front of that. You can go home and eat before you have to go play the game, and it's just more comfortable. Hopefully we get a good crowd out that supports us, and if that's the case, and the weather plays a role in that usually, then I think we will win this tomorrow.
Now, as we record our program, and there's a pretty good chance the weather will be similar to the day that we are recording our program. It's overcast, it's rainy, the field, a good chance that it may be a little bit wet, although it is the artificial surface at Sullen Stadium. Will the weather play a role in the fact that it will be a little bit cold?
I think this is perfect soccer weather. You don't wear down so quick. If the ball is skipping a little bit on the wet ground, our players have the technical ability to cope with that, and hopefully we'll be better than the other team in that respect.
Well, it sounds like it's been a really good season, and it sounds like that this has been a really good group of girls to work with over the past few years too.
Yes, absolutely. I would say this is the team I had most fun with so far in my coaching career. They've been just phenomenal. Absolutely, they brought a lot to practice every day. Every time we went out to the games, they played hard. Had one half that didn't play as they should have or wanted to, and that always happens. It's a girls' team, you know. You always have one or two games that you just don't show up like you want to. And other than that, these girls have done phenomenal. We played in Broken Arrow last week, and I was thinking about it over the weekend. That was probably the best game they've seen them play. And we lost 2-1, but we were good. And we should have had a couple of free kicks and a penalty at the end that could have tied us and brought us in. And the goals from Broken Arrow were not very pretty to look at, but you know, a couple of mistakes we made in the back. You always make one or two mistakes, and sometimes you pay the price, and we did. On another day, they wouldn't have scored those, and we would have won that game. That was for me the best game they've played so far, and hopefully they can follow up.
The key is just to get yourself in the playoffs, though. Just get an invitation, right?
Yes, that's right. And anything goes in the playoffs. You just never know, win or lose, and that's why I love this sport. You don't have to be the best team to win. you sometimes get away with one, and it can happen to you on one side as well as on the other, winning or losing. So we're going to go out, win tomorrow, and we're going to make the playoffs.
Well, that's a good attitude, and I tell you that group of girls, not only are they good soccer players and good citizens, but that's probably as smart of a girls team as you're going to have. There's a lot of very, very scholarly girls, and win or lose, that's a group of girls that probably are going to do some big things in their lifetimes.
Absolutely. We had 3 of the top 10 students were our soccer players. Lauren Nanny, Lauren Vetters, and Caitlin Ford. So there's definitely some smart girls in there.
Well, smarter than me anyway. So anyway, well, you've done a terrific job with them this year. Big crowd Tuesday to support those girls. Now, when do the playoffs start, Coach?
The playoffs are the following week. First game on Tuesday.
Okay.
The following week, first round. Second round on Thursday. Then again on Tuesday for the quarterfinals and semifinals, and then the championship is on the 14th.
Wow.
So hopefully we'll be there.
Yeah, and even if you have to go on the road for that first game, there's a chance you might get a home game again too. So
yes,
absolutely. Good luck to you. I appreciate it.
Thank
Have
you.
a great time.
Thank you
and
very much.
Again, Edmond Santa Fe Tuesday for the playoffs. Stephen Engster, he's our girls soccer coach as we talk soccer on this week's edition of Coach's Corner.